Okay, I'm gonna hope that this records this time. I tried to do one a few moments ago and it totally did not record. So let's see here. Okay, it's recording. All right, so I got a couple of things that I put in the email for you today, Miss Chandra. Thank you for contacting me and wanting to ask questions. I hope this information will be helpful. What I've done here is put together a thing about delivery products and tools, and delivery products, tools, and intellectual property. So, what I suggest for your delivery is just to keep memorizing. And the best way to memorize is either like take your notebook and write your poems out over and over again, or watch yourself while you read from your phone in the mirror. Watch yourself, look up, watch yourself, look up. Go back and forth with that when you have time. Even if it's not memorized, the more you read it over and over again, you get more comfortable with every stanza. And even if you're nervous in front of the crowd, learn to like ignore the crowd, pretend you're not even there. Just focus on what you wrote. You wrote that stuff. That's powerful. You want to like focus on that. Put all your energy right there, even if you don't have it memorized. Like read every line like you mean it. And if you hear laughter at any line, learn how to like pause and let people laugh. Okay, they thought that was funny. Okay, cool. Or if you hear people snapping, like okay, yes, yes, yes. Then you give room for that. But your delivery will get better with each piece that you keep performing. So just keep performing pieces, whether you're doing open mics or whether you're just practicing at home. That's performing. Get in your mirror, video yourself. Those are the good things about delivery. In terms of products on hand, if you that coloring book, I don't know if you made that or what, but if you made that coloring book, keep that on hand at all times. I don't care if it's not Juneteenth. It educates the population. So the coloring book, a book of poetry. That's the first major product that you could put together because you're a writer. So all the things that you got in your phone, like copy paste and put them on a document, upload all these things to a PDF, and use this link that I'm putting on here, Amazon KDP. It's a really great tool, and you can use that. There's another one called Lulu that they also do. So you could hardback publish. You can do hardback books. You can do hardback books on Amazon. The poetry books usually are not large enough to do hardback, but if you have a lot of them, then you'll be able to put it in hardback. So I'm gonna put Lulu on here too. That's another really good site. You can make books on either one of those sites. A children's book. That's the other easy thing that you can have as a product that can be on hand. A children's book. You can do that on Amazon KDP. You can do that on Lulu. You can do notebooks. Okay, you can do notebooks. You can do calendars, agendas. All of those could be things that you can totally look on those two sites, and there'll be some opportunities for you to use those tools. Other products like if you want to do pens, coffee cups, T-shirts, all of that stuff can be done on Vistaprint. That's my favorite site. You don't have to use the sites I'm giving you. You can always use something else. You can compare shop, total compare shop, comparison shop. But what I'm just giving you what I did, things that I use, and why I always do have product on hand. Why I always do have a new product in development. Albums, okay. I didn't know you could do spoken word in an album, and then I saw other poets do it, and I was like, oh, everything I've done, I've been inspired to do by people who've come before me or who have been independent performing artists. I've worked in theater. I've done some stage plays. I never did anything very major. I did some TV. I did some background acting work. I did some independent pictures. Everything I've ever done have always been kind of like small scale, so teaching is the way I pay my bills. And since in the summertime I have time off, I tend to do a lot of creative things, and I've been doing these things for like 20 years. So this is why I just sit here and decide to just give you what I got. And then you could take each link and look at it, do a tutorial, find out, if you like that, or if you have questions. You can respond to this email and say, I understand this part, Tracy. And you're welcome to call me Tracy, but I really like to use the name Tayomi just so that I can remember that's what the artistic person that I'm doing. That's the hat that I wear, like Mama. My kids that's grown, they still supposed to call me Mama. Okay, nobody calls me Tracy. Okay, so it's very much like that. But by all means, I'm not gonna trip or nothing. Whoever calls me Tracy, because there are people. Miss Armour, who works with me, she knows my name is Tracy. She don't call me Tayomi because that's my school hat. They had to pay the bills, so I keep the legal name right there. But either way, the T-shirts, Vistaprint is the best place for that. Now these tools I put on here for you deal with making music, make music software, the soundtrack. You can upload your music here and turn it into tracks. For SoundCloud, there's no monetization, but it's pretty good publicity. For Reverb Nation, there's a little bit of monetization that you can do there. but TuneCore is definitely the best. Where is that at? Where's my TuneCore app? Okay, yeah, my albums. Okay, the TuneCore app. That's the best app to get ready to, hey, I'm gonna make a whole album and I want to distribute it on different places. So that's what I put there. The voice recorder, and the voice type option. So a voice recorder, I'm gonna put a link in here for Google Play. It's called HiQ voice recorder. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna share this little app with you. This one will turn your voice recording, like if you want to read your poem into your voice recorder, it'll make it an MP3. You can email it to yourself, and when you email it to yourself, you can upload it to soundtrack. So I'm saying that you got a track of vocals, and then you make music with the other things I gave you, and you lay those tracks on top of your vocals. And this is you having a do-it-yourself studio without paying $2,000 to go out and get studio time. You know, I did that before too. You know, I learned how to do all this stuff myself. Here's other tool. Okay, voice recorder. Nope, that's not the one. This is an app. Okay, so copy link here. All right. This is an app, and again, if you have an iPhone. If you have an iPhone, then just find the one that's on Apple. Alright, the voice type. So, from recording it in your phone, because, oh my God, that poem was so fire. You know, I wrote it in my notebook. Record it in your phone to the voice recorder. Okay, do that first. And then you can listen to it, and, listen to it over and over again. That'll help you memorize it. But listen to it, okay, and then you download it or share it. Is what they ask you to do. You want to share it. You share it like an email to yourself, okay? And then once you share it to yourself, I would suggest you get, if you wrote it on that notebook paper, take that same notebook paper, open up your phone to your Gmail app, and then do like the compose, like you're going to write a letter, you write an email, and then when you get ready to compose, come down here to where you can use the microphone. Well, let's come here. I always send these to myself too, so I'm going to send myself an email, and I'm gonna call it test poem, just test, and then I'm gonna start reading my poem. I'm gonna just pretend, but look for your microphone. Look for your microphone. Test 1 2 3. Test 1 2 3. If I needed to make a email, I can put it here and it'd be already written. Test 1 2 3. Okay, you see how it starts saying my words? Okay. Then I'm going to go ahead and send it to myself. And once I send it to myself, I open it up and I copy it and paste it. Copy it, rather. Copy or cut from the email once I open it. And I paste that onto a Word document and I start editing. Because it's not going to pick up every word that you say perfect. It's not. But that's a very fast way to be like, oh my God, I wrote these 5 poems over the weekend and I don't have time to type them. So read them right from your paper, right on into that email. Read it, open it up, copy it, paste it, put it on that document, edit it. That's poem 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the book. Give your book a name. Give yourself some time. Okay, give yourself some time. So that's the voice type. Alright, so you got voice recorder. I sent you a little app so you can read and kind of help you practice delivery. I sent you an album website. I sent you other product website. I sent you 2 self-publishing websites, okay, products that you should have on hand, and those are how you can make them. I sent you 2 websites about intellectual property rights, copyright.gov. Start there with the written work. That's, copyright a book. For a sound recording, there's a way you can copyright that too, the words and the music. If you were a composer, if you made some software, you made some music using AI software, you had to compose it. Not that you just took a song that you heard a beat to and you read your stuff. That's not the same as composing. Like if you get one of these sites that I'm doing, that you'll have to compose and make some music if you want to make your own music. You don't have to do that though. You don't have to do that. You want to just start with the copyright and publishing books, self-publishing books. BMI is another if you were ever to go with the music aspect. Sometimes, like if you want to go take your book to audiobook, then that's another way. You might want to just throw some little background music. It don't have to be all sophisticated. Just some little humming, classical music. It's public domain. It's free. You can put that, in the undertone if you're reading, and it could be on audiobook. You can do audiobook on this same Amazon KDP site. It puts stuff on Audible. I want to say that's ACX is how you can get on there. But start here, and then let me know if you have questions about any of these things. Okay? So let me know how you feel about the video. Just send me a message back. And if the video is messing up or you couldn't understand it, then let me know in this message or text or whatever, and we can kind of work through each thing. And if you ever want to talk like a little more, I have a Marco Polo app to where you can record, but you have to download that on your phone. But if you don't got space and you want to do that, then just respond back through the email. And if I got time, I can pick up and talk sometime, but I just don't really be having a whole lot of time. So the best thing I could do is kind of explain through the video, and then you could tell me what you still not sure you understand. All right. Hope it made sense. Okay? Peace and love.